Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing good. Do subscribe, like and follow the channel. Today the topic that we are going to discuss is state chart diagrams. The UML aka Unified Modeling Language includes state chart diagram notations to illustrate the events and states of transactions, use cases or people. Let's see them in much more detail. So a typical state chart diagram have three main components: events, states and transitions. Events. An event is a significant or noteworthy occurrence. For example, a telephone receiver is taken off the hook is an event. So off the hook is an example of the event. State. A state is the condition of an object at a moment in time, that is the time between two different events. So for example, a telephone is in the state of being idle after the receiver is placed on the hook, and it will remain in the state of being idle until the hook is taken off. The third one is the transitions. A transition is a relationship between two states that indicates that when an event occurs. So, for example, in the scenario of the telephone receiver, a telephone remains in the state of being idle until and unless the transition of the hook event has been occurred. So, these two states, idle and being active, are two different states, and the transition between them is off the hook and the on the hook event. Let's see them in the form of a diagram. So here we have a UML state chart diagram that illustrates the interesting events and states of an object and the behavior of an object in reaction to an event. In this particular diagram, the transitions are shown with the help of the arrows labeled with their events. States are shown in rounded rectangles. Also, we have included an initial pseudo state as well, which automatically transitions to another state whenever the system instance is being created. So in this particular state chart diagram, we can see that the telephone receiver is in the state of being idle, and it goes to the active state, or it transitions to the active state from idle when the off hook event has been occurred. And similarly, the telephone receiver in the active state will go to the idle state as soon as the on hook event has been occurred. A state chart diagram shows the life cycle of an object. For example, what events the object experiences, the transitions of the object, and the states it is in between these events. But a state chart diagram does not illustrate every possible event. So if an event arises that is not represented in the diagram, that means the event is ignored as far as the state chart diagram is concerned. Therefore, we say we can create a state chart diagram that describes the life cycle of an object at a very arbitrary level. We can add as much details as we want depending on our needs. A state chart diagram may be applied to a variety of UML elements, including different classes, whether they are conceptual or software classes. It can also be applied to use cases. Since an entire system may be represented by a class, it too may have its own state chart diagram. So let's see how we can apply state chart diagrams on use cases. So use case state chart diagram. A useful application of state chart diagrams is to describe the legal sequence of external system events that are recognized and handled by a system in the context of a use case. A state chart diagram that depicts the overall system events and their sequence within a use case is a kind of use case state chart diagram. Let's see an example. So in this particular figure, we have a use case state chart diagram which shows a simplified version of the system events for the process sale use case in the POS application. It illustrates that it is not legal to generate the make payment event if an end sale event has not previously caused the system to transition to the waiting for payment state. That means if the system is not in the waiting for payment state, then the user cannot make any payment. During the process sale use case in the next gen POS application, it is not legal to perform the make credit payment operation until the end sale event has happened already and the system is in the waiting for payment state. State independent objects. If an object always responds the same way to an event, that it is considered state independent, or in other words, modeless object with respect to that particular event. So for example, if an object receives a message and the responding method always does the same thing, the method will typically have no conditional logic. The object is now a state independent with respect to that particular message. If for all events of interest, an object always reacts the same way, then we say the object is state independent object. State dependent object. By contrast, state-dependent objects react differently to events depending on their states. So, if an object responds differently to an event depending upon the state it's coming from, then it is considered as state-dependent with respect to that event. So here we have common state-dependent classes. Use cases. Use cases viewed as a class, the process sales use case reacts differently to the end sale event dependent of if a sale is underway or not. Stateful sessions. These are server-side software objects representing ongoing sessions or conversations with the client. For example, EJB stateful session objects. Systems. This is a class representing the overall application or system, the POS system may be. Windows. The edit paste action is only valid if there is something in the clipboard to paste. Controllers. These are grasp controller objects, the register class which handles the enter item and end sale system events are working as controllers. Transactions. These are ways a transaction or like sale, order or payment reacts to an event is often dependent on its current state within its overall life cycle. So for example, if a sale received a make line item message after the end sale event, it should either raise an error condition or be ignored. Devices. So TV, microwave ovens, they react differently to a particular event depending upon their current state. Role mutators. These are classes that changes their roles. A person changing roles from being a civilian to an ex-military man is a perfect example for the role mutators. In this lecture, we have studied the basics of state chart diagram. In the next, we will look into the notations and the details. Have a good day, everyone. Allah Hafiz.